Good morning, class. Today we all are going to study about the seed structure and germination. So referring about the seed, first of all we all had to know that what is fruit, seed and grain. First of all, what is fruit? We already had studied the fertilization and pollination. Now how the fruit was formed. Now we are going to see that what is fruit. Enlarged ripened ovary means the ovary which is enlarged and ripened means it is just fruiting bud, that is called as fruit. And the ovarian wall, what was the ovarian wall? What was the wall of the ovary? Here you all could see the ovary structure. Ovary is given. The wall of ovary will act as the fruit wall, and what the fruit is, and the fruit wall, and the fruit will enclose the seed where the seed dispersal. After that the new plant body will be formed. So this is the fruit. Enlarged ripened ovary will be the fruit. Here you all could see the just a structure of fruit. This is the ovary wall is being acted as a fruit wall, and this is the ripened ovary will act as a fruit. It will form the fruit and it will enclose the seed inside it. Now coming to the seed. What is seed? Ripened ovule means the ovule, that was the ovary, and ovule was inside the ovary. Inside the ovary, this was the ovule. This will form the seed. So the ripened ovule, it will contain an embryo. What is the embryo? Ripened ovule is called as seed. It contains an embryo. What is embryo? Embryo is the developed into new plant. Embryo is the structure which is present inside the seed, which will, when we get germination, when we'll get the favorable condition, will form the new plant body. And the seed coat, there are seed coat. The covering of the seed is called a seed coat. It will protect the embryo from mechanical damage. The example is of beans, peas, rajma and all that. See, here the structure of seed is also given. It is a general introduction. What is the grain? Grain, a fruit which the fruit wall and seed coat are fused together to form protective layer. What is happening here? It is the example of monocot seed. What is happening here? Here there is no cotyledons and all that. The seed, the fruit wall as well as seed coat together are fused and together will form the protective layer for the embryo, and this is called as grain. Example, maize and wheat. Here you all could see the maize and what is happening. There in the maize and the wheat there is a only one cotyledon is there, and in that the particular fruiting material is being enclosed, endosperm is being enclosed, and that particular covering will protect the endosperm from any mechanical injury and all that thing. Now, so this we had seen about the general introduction about the fruit, seed and grain. Now we are going to study about the seed. That what is seed? Mature ovule after fertilization will form the seed. We already had studied that mature ovule after the fertilization, when the fertilization will complete, means what the happening? Pollination was the completed, and fertilization we also studied the double fertilization technique. So when the fertilization will complete, then the mature ovule will form the seed. It contains a tiny living part. What is the inside this particular seed? A tiny living part is there which is in the dormant stage, means resting phase, which when will get the favorable condition will grow into a new plant body. So that the tiny living part is called as embryo. What is the embryo? Embryo will remain an inactive state. That I had told already, that it will remain in a dormant state. When it will get the favorable condition, then it will germinate and form the new plant body. When we put the seed in the mud and then provide the water and all the things here, then the seed germinate. The example of the gram, what we do, when we soak the gram in water and then we keep it for some days, then the plumule occur in that gram. So what is that? That the germination of the gram occur. Germination of moong dal occur. So that all the things, that was the embryo which was inside the particular seed was in the dormant stage. When it will get the favorable condition, then it will get germination, all will form the new plant body. And what is the embryo? Embryo will consist radicle. Embryo will consist the radicle, plumule and cotyledons. Radicle will form the root, plumule will form the shoot, and cotyledons will form the leaves, seed leaves. So these are the particular things which are present in the embryo, which is the resting phase. Embryo will contain the radicle, plumule and cotyledons. Radicle will later form the root of the plant, plumule will later form the shoot, upper part of the plant, and cotyledons will form the seed leaves. Okay, now seed could also have endosperm. Some seeds are also there which are having the endosperm. What is the endosperm? Endosperm is the food for the embryo. Embryo is present in the seed already, but some seed there is the endosperm is also present. Endosperm serve as the fruit for embryo and provide the nourishment during the germination. When germination condition of the particular embryo will occur in the particular seed, so that the time endosperm provide the nourishment to that particular embryo. Now, we all know that seed can withstand unfavorable condition, temperature, drought, etc. We all know that the seed can contain, we could keep the seed in the can or in a water bottle or in a on a bottle or in a particular jar, or we just protect the seed in particular seed stores, all the thing, so that could withstand unfavorable condition of temperature, drought, etc., because they are in the resting phase. But and there are example of some seed which remain dormant up to 100 years or more. There are few seeds which can remain dormant up to 100 years. So that is the quality of seed. Seed vary in size. Seed could be vary in size. There are different size of the seed. Seed could be smaller, seed could be larger, and seed could be largest. The smaller seed example is the poppy plant, strawberry plant, smaller seed. Quite large, the example is the mango fruit and all the guava and all the things. Largest seed, that example of the coconut. Coconut is the largest seed. So now this is about we all had studied about the seed. You all could see that this is about the seed. We all had studied the general classification of seed. Now we are going to study about the types of seed. So on the basis of endosperm which we already studied here, endosperm seed will either be albuminous, means endosperm is present, or the seed will be exalbuminous, means non-endospermic seeds. So albuminous quality we are going to see. Cotyledons are thin and membranous. Where the endosperm is present, there the cotyledons will be thin and membranous. Endosperm will persist. They could be of monocot albuminous seeds or dicot albuminous seed. Monocot albuminous seed example is here the cereals, millets, palm and all that. Dicot albuminous seed example is here the poppy, custard and apple, all that. So these are the example of dicot albuminous seeds. So albuminous seeds means what? The endosperm where the present endosperm will persist, means remain there. So that is called as the albuminous seed. And exalbuminous means non-endospermic seed. Cotyledons stores food and become thick and fleshy. Here the endosperm will not be present, so cotyledon itself will store the food and will become thick and fleshy. Example of mono is Vallisneria and orchids, and exalbuminous dicot example is the gram, pea, mango, mustard and all that. So these are the examples of albuminous and exalbuminous. Okay. Now coming to the broadly where the seed we are studied, there are two type of seeds. One is the monocot seed and other one is the dicot seed. What we understand by the monocot seed? Seeds are having only one cotyledon. The best example is the maize, grasses and all that. They are also called as the seed grass. So the monocotyledon seeds. And the dicotyledon means those the seed which are having two cotyledons, means two covering they are present. The seed is having two opening. That the two cotyledons are there. So seed having two cotyledons. Example pea, gram. We all could, when we break the gram, it will depart into two parts. But when we break the maize, it will form the powder. It will then form the two part. So that why only the peas and gram will form the pulses, and the maize and grasses will form the particular wheat flour. So these are the characteristics, because they are having only one cotyledon and they are having the two cotyledons. So the seed are broadly of two types, monocot and dicotyledon seed. So these all are about the introduction of the seed structure and germination. Later on we will study about the example of one monocot and one dicot and its structure, and that I'll explain in the next lecture. So once go through the particular topic which I had taught today, what is the seed, about the seed, the classification and structure of seed, seeds that are vary in the size and all the things, albuminous, exalbuminous, the examples, and then we had studied about the monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Now in the next lecture we will study about the bean seed, revise it and do the exercises regarding that. Bean seed, that is the example of two cotyledons, means dicot, and the maize grain we will study about, that is example of monocot, and after that we will study about the germination and its condition regarding germination and all the particular characteristics regarding germination. So if any problem is there, then you all could ask me.